Hello everybody. Today I'm showing another build off. This one is also primarily New Game Plus, as one of the armor sets that is used or you can use for the set is primarily usable better in late game, as it has something to do with your relics in terms of how good it is. So let's get into it. So this is kind of like I want to say like brawl out and or like one shot build. And if you can't one shot, it still has like functional stats to be able to do a boss. So starting with the weapon, Dark Iron Staff is probably like the best one in the game for raw just attack number. Even if I like de-equip most of this and put on the other set you can use with this, which is the Aksha set. Um, this set honestly is probably one of the better ones in the game, simply because of the damage boost you get. Because right here, I mean, you just get a free 25% damage boost just by existing with the set on. Although, you gotta be a little careful, as it does make you a bit of a glass cannon, because you get 30% extra damage received. This could be like a temporary armor set you could use to finish off your playthrough, at least up until um, the secret armor set based off of like the original Wukong set is upgraded enough, because as you can see here, each awakened talent for your relics increases the defense of the armor set. So as you can see, I'm at 444, and if I have the OG set on, not the one you get like progressing through the story near the end, instead you have to find this one. As you can see, 630 defense. In fact, I don't even have all my relics maxed. As you can see, I still have 1, 2, 3. I accidentally messed up on my second playthrough and didn't get the secret ending again, because I'm a dumbass. Anyway, so this is the general armor set you want once you get into like New Game Plus, I want to say like 2. You could also probably use it halfway through 1. Um, Unless the only other set you can use, if the defense isn't like up there yet, is obviously the bulking set, um, which I'm not sure if you can get all the horns needed for it in your first playthrough, or if you need to get it in New Game Plus 1. But overall, the main two sets you can use before you get this one, like all upgraded, is the Aksha and bulking. As for the weapon, again, obviously Dark Iron Staff. In defense, on attack, like if I swap this out for like, even though its base attack is 110 and I swap to this for the crit chance or whatever, it drops me down to 167. Huge drop. This, like, even if you're using the Aksha set, the amount of damage you get from the armor conversion is just absolutely disgusting. As for the relic, or more so vessel, obviously Weaver's Needle, it's just a great vessel to begin with, but it also gives extra crit chance and crit damage, and obviously, as that's more of a multiplier rather than like an additive bonus, we want that for sure. As for the spirit, the Gore Eye Taoist gives an absolutely insane amount of damage, and when you use your clones, they inherit the damage you have when you spawn them. So as you can see, I'm at 250, right? If I use the Gore Eye Taoist and get his little thing, this is obviously fully upgraded as well. But now you can see I'm at 339. Huge jump. Absolutely massive. So that's why we use the Taoist for this, because obviously we want our clones to be big hitters, especially for one-shots, because they're going to be included. Because the only thing you really especially need for this one-shot build is Unified Minds. Unified Minds is disgustingly amazing, especially for this. As for my Curios, I use the gold button. It's not a huge attack increase, it's like 15 attack at full health, but it still helps, everything adds up. Then I have 3 Beast Buddha sigils, which you can farm from the monks. Obviously, I'm probably going to have a video set up with extra info, maybe like the secrets and or where to farm, or not where to farm, but where to get the like the OG Wukong set essentially. Um, and finally, the very last one I like is the Celestial Burstone Fragment. as this isn't like a spellbinder build, and you can still like brawl out in case you don't perform the one shot, which is why as for abilities, obviously you want to mobilize, you want clouded wind step, as one of its passives increases your crit rate the longer you are in it, and of course our level clones. And as you can see, my crit right now 44%. Let's tab out, tab back in. 48%. Yeah, so 48% crit chance is what you have near the end of the misstep. And as you can see, I only have a base crit chance of 8%. Now, obviously that's not above half, so it's kind of like a 50-50 on whether you do one shot. However, you do also want to use a couple things. So obviously the long aura amplification pellets are great. It gives attack, which we obviously love. Crit chance, which is huge, because obviously we want a crit, we want that big damage, and crit damage, which I believe it gives like 20%, so it would put us at 222, right? As for why we have the Celestial Birthstone Fragment, I use the Azure Dome, which obviously you get from the secret ending anyway. The reason we use this to ignore Bane resistance is because when you do, obviously, like, I would say you'd want to use the transformation if the one shot doesn't go through. And the one which allows you to freeze is fantastic, because obviously if you ignore resist, you can freeze bosses in like 4 to 5 hits just from like regular attacks, and then you can kind of like chain combo off of it. So that's the overall build setup. Remember, like, this is the main one you want, especially when you get further in new game. These two, the bulking or the extra set, are great substitutes, at least until you start getting really good armor returns on the regular like Wukong set, right? Now, the main ones you want for this build, obviously the long aura amplification pellets will definitely help. The enhanced strengthen, because it immediately lets you get to 4 focus points, so then you can launch your 4 focus point smash dance finisher, which will do a crap load of damage. And then very finally, the Serpentary Hardfire Pill, because it instantly resets cooldowns for all spells. So with this, you get 2 bundles of clones. Now, let me check to see if I have enough for... Okay, yeah, I do. I have enough for exactly one. So let's go ahead and rest, and I will kind of show you against Erlong just how strong this can be. Alright? Obviously, I'm going to choose this fight, especially because this is one of the harder fights in the game, and he is pretty beefy. Do note that this is new game plus 2, so this is my 3rd game through cycle. So obviously that will influence it a little bit.
And neither did I.
It does require a little bit of setup. Primarily this part. Alright, so now from here, go ahead, use this. Summon 1 set. Summon 2 sets. Fill, freeze. And as you can see, an absurd amount of damage. I didn't see if it was a crit, I wasn't paying too much attention, but even if it was, 75% of his health gone with little to no setup is absolutely like bonkers and insane. That's pretty much the build. Alright, sorry about the cut from me getting smacked there at the end, but that was pretty much the general rundown of the build. I figured I'd do just a little bit of a cut, because I figured that a cut and then just letting you guys know that that was pretty much it is better than me just fighting Erlong for like another 3 minutes, just for the video to end. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys get a lot of good use out of the build, and yeah, just go kick some New Game Plus boss ass, guys. New videos here to come soon, including where to find the gold Sizoi armor set. So, I'll see you then.